Good morning, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel once again. Believe it or not, I know it has been a while, but we are here with another Duramax video today. And when I first started the channel, a majority of my content was all about the Duramax. I appreciate all of you who have stuck with me through the Lamborghini, Sandrail, Chevelle, you name it. Just into cool cars and automotive content in general. A few of you guys dipped off. Anyway, I've been neglecting the truck for quite a while, just using it and abusing it. Recently did new U-joints on it, new brakes all around, just some real basic stuff wearing out. Today I am going to make a video though about the tie rods. They are totally shot. I'm actually surprised they've held up as long as they have, given the way I've used this truck. If you own a GM pickup, it's just a matter of time before this is something you deal with. I've got the right front side jacked up here, and I'll show you exactly why they are shot. So yeah, that slop there. I pulled back the boot here on this side. So yeah, totally shot. That shouldn't be there. Tires shouldn't flop around like that. These things are absolutely gone. Given the fact that I tow this thing off-road in the sand and through the mud and everything else, I'm really, like I said, surprised they've held up as long as they have. So quick, easy job today, really. We're going to get these things swapped out, and I'm going to show you what we're going with today. So if you guys are new to the channel, you know I like to try and review quality products. I hate spending my money on garbage. So today we're going to be installing some Kryptonite products. This is my first time using these products. All you guys swear by them online, so this is what we're going with today. I shell out the money mostly for the warranty. So here's what you get: a bunch of paperwork, warranty information. They send you some instructions, and then you get the product. And these things are impressive. These are absolutely beefy. We'll once we get one of the old wore out ones out of the truck, we'll go ahead and do a side-by-side comparison. But it's a night and day difference. So these are what the Kryptonite Death Grip. These are just the factory replacements for a 2001 to 2010 the GM pickup. So like I said, we'll get the other one out. Hopefully it'll be quick, easy install. These aren't super difficult to deal with. Lord willing, you're not fighting getting them out or anything like that. And you know, we'll take some measurements, get them as close as we can. The one thing you will need to do once you do the install on these, get these swapped out to avoid tearing up your tires or anything like that. You are going to want to get the thing in for an alignment, so that's something we'll do once we get this squared away. Alright guys, so just working this cotter pin out of the bottom here, the castle nut, and we'll work on getting this nut off. Then we can work on getting the outer tie rod end broken loose from the steering knuckle here. You can see I turned the wheel all the way to right here, kind of give yourself a little bit more working room in here. And if you got a press or something, that's great. I don't have one here with me. Maybe you get a pickle fork in there, beat on it with a hammer. We'll do what we can to get that broken loose, and then we can get a large wrench in here on the inside of the inner tie rod and hopefully pull this thing right on out of there. So I've given it a few good whacks. I'll turn the castle nut around upside down, run it up here flush with the bottom of the thread, just so I have a little bit better spot there to make contact with the hammer. I'll give it a couple good whacks. And you can see pop right up out of there. They don't always come out quite that easy. Might have to get a little bit forceful with it sometimes, but luckily this one popped right out of there. Little heat will help here sometimes too on the steering knuckle if you're having trouble. Now we can get that inner one. Now that we got the outer free, you can get in here with a big wrench. If you don't happen to have a large wrench that'll fit, you can get in here with a large crescent wrench or something. Should do the trick as well. And then you're just going to start unthreading this thing. And once you get her loose enough, you can just hand thread it the rest of the way out of there. So now that we got the old one out, I can get a good side-by-side comparison between the factory tie rod and the Kryptonite tie rod. So you can see a massive difference. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to take a measurement. We're going to just measure basically the overall length of the tie rod assembly, and then we'll get this one to roughly the same length there, and then that'll get you close enough to get you to an alignment shop. You have to be dead nuts accurate from there. One of the things, if you've never set these up before, you will want to try and make sure to do, get the camera still. Try and make sure you got even thread spacing on one side. You don't want to have it really, you know, a whole bunch of threads hanging out here on one side, have it real tight on the other. Try to space it as evenly out as you can once you get that set up there. Then they recommend, they actually sent some, here it is, a little bit of high strength Loctite when you reassemble these. So we'll go ahead and get this one set up. Hey guys, so once you got everything set to length, all you gotta do is get in here. Like I said, you're gonna want either a super large crescent wrench, you're gonna need a 2-inch wrench to fit on here. Get that cinched down tight. And then go ahead and make sure you're gonna wanna clean out these threads real good. There's some factory thread locker in there, just so you're not fighting yourself when you hand thread this back in there. And don't forget to use the Loctite Kryptonite sends with the kit. And get that in installed, and then we can get the outer tie rod in back into the steering knuckle. And we just stuff that back in there by hand. And we'll go ahead and get the nut on here, and we'll get that tightened down. It's tight on a taper, so we'll just suck that in there good and tight. Once you get this all in there, don't forget, grease these things up. They ship dry, so you're gonna want to get grease on those once you get them installed. There you have it, guys. One side installed. Quick and simple and easy. Everything went smooth. Let's head on over to the other side. So here you have it, guys. Quick, easy, simple install of the Kryptonite Death Grip tie rod ends. Everything went quick and easy, super smooth. Just got back from a test drive. Everything's functioning as it should. Certainly nice to have that good and tight. And a slight front end vibration because things were just flopping around where they shouldn't have been. Super solid product. Like I said, I got to get it in for an alignment next. If you are a hardcore DIYer and that's something that you think you can tackle at home, there's certainly videos all over YouTube. You can certainly welcome to try that yourself. However, I'm just going to take it somewhere and have it done and be done with it and move on. Great big thank you to those of you who recommended the Kryptonite products. You guys know I don't like to waste my money on cheap stuff, so definitely a solid product. We'll be back for future needs shopping on the Kryptonite website. So anyway, hopefully some of you guys find this useful. Like I said, if you've got a lifted GM truck, this will be something you're probably going to face at some point in the future. Anyway, thanks again for watching, you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps me out. Subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. Not that there's a whole ton of Duramax videos to come, but we've definitely been doing some fun stuff, sinking all my money into the Lamborghini and whatnot in the future. So stay tuned for more. Thanks again.